here I am in my Tesla Model 3. Excuse me. Just arrived at Membury Services on the M4 in England. Cruising back to Wales. I've been down on the south coast of England at a business meeting, I think I'll call it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to go through the process of supercharging. It's easy, it's clean, it's cheap because I don't pay, it's free, and it's just much more pleasant than trying to refuel a petrol or diesel car, because my other car, which I sold day before yesterday, that is a petrol car actually. It's a Audi 3 litre, very nice machine, but I don't need two cars. So yeah, I'm comparing from when I used to fuel in petrol to what I do now in electric. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so there's my screen. It says I have 21% left of the battery. That won't get me to where I'm going. I think I will need another. In fact, the navigation system told me earlier that I would need another 20%, but I'm probably going to put more on because I can, and as I said earlier, it's free. You know, I'm from the north of England. If something's free, we love it. We lap it up. Okay, 21% says there. Now I could either open my charge port here, or I could go around the back of the car and do it. I think I'll go around the back of the car and do it. Note there, it says charge current 16 amp. I'm going to go and plug her in now. The car's looking quite dirty. Been on quite a bit of a trip, and the weather is not brilliant. Okay, so here's the charger. Note that there's no one parked next to me, because if you get two cars in the supercharger next to each other, they share the charge, which means it takes longer. Don't really want that. I like that anyway. Right, let's open up. There you go. So look how easy, simple and clean that was. I'm going to use the CCS charger. Okay, we've got the CCS charger. Plug that in there. You should see this light. Yeah, lights change colour, and the car's now checking in, phoning home, say, yo, I'm here, can I have some elect please? And Tesla headquarters saying, well, who are you? And the car tells it who it is, and then we're all good. Right, let's go around to the front of the car. The weather out there is terrible, it's really cold. Okay, so I'm back in the car. As you can see now, it says time remaining 15 minutes, which is interesting because, oh, look at that. Okay, so look, I've said I want to charge up to 100%, but look at the speed that that's coming at. Oh my. So, oh, hang on, what's going on now? So, like, you got, that basically is, yeah, how fast the electric's coming into your car. So if I'm here for an hour, it'll give me 450 miles worth of range. Fantastic. Yeah, so actually I've put it on 90 odd percent, 95%. I think that's going to give me in 15 minutes. That is absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm going to go in, get a coffee, get out of fresh air. I'm going to take my laptop with me. I've got some bits and pieces I want to sort out. But so this is not really a massive lifestyle change, because on this journey I'm doing, I would actually stop for a coffee and a toilet break anyway. So I'm not doing anything that I wouldn't do apart from plugging the car in and leaving the car to be refueled, if you like. It is a different experience, but it's not massively life-changing. You know, I've heard people say, oh, what about charging? Oh, I need to be able to travel 900 miles on one tank or one battery full of charge, or I can't be stopping. Well, I do wonder how they go to the toilet. But anyway, you know, this is not such a big difference. Okay, just got back to my car after having had a nice KFC, toilet break, yep, and here we go. So I'm sat in the car. Look, there's a nice looking red Model X over there, but best yet, it's almost like looking in the mirror. Check her out. Car almost identical to mine, sitting next to me. I say almost identical. I think the difference is that one is I don't know if she's a performance or a dual motor, but still it's nice to see, you know. Okay, so back at the recharging situation, right, we're at 93%. What I did wrong earlier, by the way, I said that it was 20 minutes, or was it a 10-minute charge? But that was due to the fact that I'd put my destination in the navigation system, and that was giving me how much I needed to ensure I could get home. So once I was out of the car using the app, I actually upped it from the 30-40%, whatever it recommended, in order for me to be able to do my journey. I upped it to 95% because I'm going to need some for tomorrow. And nearly finished, it says there. It slows down actually as it gets closer to the closer to the amount of charge that you've asked for. As you can see there, it's now down at 16 kilowatts, 70 odd miles per hour, reaching close to the limit that I set there, which is 95%, and then up here says 94. I've come back to the car before it's finished because most Tesla drivers will tell you about the idle fees. So what that is that Tesla doesn't like you blocking up the superchargers. So if your car's not charging, but you're still plugged in, they will charge you, and it's quite expensive. I think it's something like 70 pence per minute, something like that, to ensure that you don't just sit there using it as a free car park. Now, it's a shame they can't do that with ICE cars that use up the spaces, although there isn't any here at the moment. So my session now is currently standing at £9.12. That was if I was going to pay for it. I'm still using my free allowance. So this is like free for me, which is great. Saved me £9. If I was using my Audi, this would have been about £40 worth, £30 to £40 worth of petrol. And so, even if I had to pay like £9, it's still worth it. And performance-wise, this does better than my Audi V6 3-litre. I love that car. She's really good, really powerful. But this Standard Range Plus Model 3 is actually much better on performance. Hey, that's my personal opinion. Okay, so there we've got 6 events, Sentry Mode events. I'll have a look at those later. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the charging because I want to. And then I will continue my journey home. So let's stop charging. This is something that I found out the hard way. It's not the hard way, but I found out is that you have to actually stop the charging because the charger is locked. The car locks in the charging cable. So not only do you have to stop it, you have to then also unlock. Otherwise, you won't be able to remove it from your car. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to go round to that rear quarter and remove the charging cable. Okay, charging cable has been removed. I meant to actually record doing that just to again show how easy it is, but I forgot. Never mind, maybe I'll do it another time. So as you can see up here now, it says we've got 94% battery, more than enough for me to get home. And if I no, that's not what I want. If I go here and if I go display and energy display, choose distance, you can now see 219 miles. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to get me to John O'Groats or Belfast or Berlin, but it'll get me to where I need to go with more than enough left. So let me just see if I can put in my destination, see what it gives me as the amount of fuel. 1 second, I don't want you to know where I live. Wait one. I'm just going to put you on pause. Okay, so there you go. So when I get home, I will have 54% battery life left. So it's going to use 40% from here. And 54, yeah, that'll do me fine. I'll probably plug her in, do a charger tonight for 4 hours when I get extremely cheap electricity. So yeah, I mean, this is not a difficult thing to do. It's not inconvenient. It's not unpleasant. In fact, I'd say it was more pleasant than filling up with petrol or diesel, particularly on a motorway service station, which is where I am, because bear in mind in the UK you will pay a fortune for petrol or diesel on a motorway service station, whereas the price of the electric at Tesla Superchargers remains the same as anywhere else.